played the same chords, kind of. We played G, E minor, A minor, and D. Or I played G major 7, E minor 7, A minor 9, whew, D7. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Basically, extending the chords that you have into either 7s or 9s, trying to make them a bit more sexy. We're not going to dwell too much on the theory of these things. If you do have any theory questions, don't hesitate to ask though. It's quite interesting, isn't it, the difference it makes when you're playing straight chords, these sort of cowboy chords. Even if I play the same chords in open position, right? So it's still all in key, which is the most important thing, right? So what we've done, we played G, E minor, A minor, D. And then we played a bunch of extended chords that are still in key, but they're extended from where we were before, right? Yeah, every single chord is a triad, right? So basically it has 3 notes. We've got 3 notes, right? G, B, and D in the chord. In the key of G major, the 7th, major 7th is F sharp. It's always a semitone lower than the root. That's a good little trick. So you don't have to think too much about the theory. And I've just added it into the chord there. So the next chord in our sequence was E minor. So instead of playing a standard E minor, I played a E minor 7. D, the note D, is also in key. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. So again, it's just another extension. A minor 7, E minor 9, A sort of A9, but no third there because I've taken it out and put a B in, which is the 9 of A. It's also in the key of G though. And then the final chord was a D, and I put a dominant chord, which basically means it's got a flat 7 in it, because the flat 7 pushes you back into your first chord, all right? So that kind of thing is the trick, all right? So how can you do that, right? How can you do that yourself? Well, generally, here's some general rules that will help you do it. If you have a major chord, so in the key of G, right, we've got G, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, F sharp diminished, and then G. So all of those major chords, there's 3 of them, right? All of those major chords, except for the 5th, you can effectively change to a major 7, right? And it will still be in key. So for example, if we were playing in G again, and I had but my next chord was C major. Instead of playing C major, play C major 7, still in key, right? So imagine if it had a really simple song, we basically have that G, C. We make them both major 7s. See how much more lush the sound is? So that's the first thing. It's a really easy thing to do. So the 1 and the 4 chords, so the G major and the C major, you can just change to a major 7, right? And then the 5 chord D. Now that's not going to work it's not going to be in key if we play a D major 7, because that's a C sharp in there, right, which is not in key. Okay, so we play a dominant chord, so D7. All right? So instead of G major G, we're going to play G major 7, like that. And instead of C, just lift your index finger up. You've got G major 7. It's a much more fun time, right? And so it means when you put your looper on, and I'm going to play those 2 chords, thinking, that's not a very good loop, but you know what I mean. Instead of thinking always pentatonic, you know, which is still nice, let's use those extra notes, right? Right, so you've got an F sharp over the G, and then B over the C. See how pretty it is? And like something as simple like that will make a massive, massive difference to when you're just putting a loop together yourself and playing around with it. I think it's going to be a really cool thing. Okay, so that's what you can do with the major chords. So you make the 1 and the 4 of the key, so the G and the C, make them to major 7s, right? What about the minor chords? Well, we've got a few minor chords. We've got 3 minor chords. We've got A minor, B minor, and E minor. And you can just make all of those 7 chords. So E minor 7, A minor 7, B minor 7. Right? I always feel like the minor 7, minor 9, you play like that at the 7th fret. It's a really really evocative chord, I find. So let's do a bit of that. So we're still playing in the key of G major, but we're going to go, I don't know, G major 7 to B minor. A minor. B minor. Right. See how beautiful it is? So all we've done is we've effectively just swapped those sort of regular chords instead of it going like, we've swapped it around a bit just to make it a bit more interesting. And we're really using the F sharp note out of the major scale, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, over those chords. Now, they don't all have to be, you know, these sorts of extended chords. You could just make one of them, one of the extended chords, right? So if you have G major 7, and then a D. It just kind of means when the sort of fancier chord comes around, it's going to sound like kind of a bit more special than it did before if you make them all sort of these extended chords, all right? So pick your progression, right? So you've got to pick your progression. Let's say we're playing again in the key of G. The G's nice and easy, it's only got 1 sharp. And make, you know, like there's so many, you know, standard progressions, you know, G, E minor, C, D. I find that, you know, like, obviously there's millions of songs that have got this exact progression. They're fantastic songs, right? But if you're kind of sitting around just making loops and sort of playing over that with your stuff, like how much more fun is that going to be for you playing over that, right? So these sorts of extended chords are going to be the thing that I think really help you extend your looping and, you know, just playing over these sorts of things if you're just trying to come up with something that is going to be fun to play over. So it's a pretty simple little trick, I guess, today. That's kind of it. Now I'm going to put some notes along with this video up over at Patreon in a second once we switch this off. And I will see you next time. Thanks so much for your support and for watching. I'll see you later. Bye for now.